Hey everybody, good morning. And now we're just about to ride, but can you hear me in the back there? Yes, you're nodding. Good. All right, so good morning. My name is Ashley Voderick, and I'm an employee as well as a client at CMHA Windsor. Today we're actively, get it with your bike riding? Yeah, actively fighting stigma as we're out here to ride instead of hide from mental illness. And when I shared my story at the launch of this event in May, I shared about how I myself have PTSD, anxiety, depression, and have also had thoughts of suicide. And then I shared how when I received help, I was able to get better, and then I wanted to share that message with others. And so when I shared, I thought, well, it's just a little moment, and a few people might hear it, but I hope it helps someone. And now since sharing, many people, over 15,000 people have heard about it, that have now shared back with me to tell me that I'm not alone. And even better, they've told me that they now know that they're not alone, and they know now how to get help. So this amount of people celebrating awareness, speaking out by your presence here today is what it's about, and why when asked to speak, I say, yeah, give me the microphone. As Kim's laughing because that happens. Right? So I said, yes, give me the microphone because I want to come out and talk to you all about mental health and mental illness, just like I would talk to you about what I did this weekend. Maybe it's a movie or goofy golf, or maybe it's being in bed depressed, because let's be honest, sometimes that happens too. And let's not pretend that just because I'm standing up here right now doesn't mean that I don't have bad days. Sometimes days get hard, but it's the difference between knowing that you'll get through it and knowing that there is another side to it. There's moderation to the emotions that come with the work that we can do to train our brains on how to think differently. And when we get help, we know how to help ourselves and help others. My dream is that we all will have the tools to combat the hard days and have better mental health. Whether we struggle with mental illness ourselves, or know someone who does, or just here to be a well-informed individual, it is important to know how to recognize the signs and be able to talk about them non-judgmentally of ourselves and of others. So it is a matter of breaking stigma. I've gone through so much and I still have PTSD. Do remember that. Because let's celebrate that we can function with our illness, and this is something that you don't have to hide from. If we don't want to, we do not have to hide. So raise your hand if you agree that we don't have to hide. Whether it's for yourself or someone you know, or someone that you're riding for today that you don't know and you're riding just because you'd like to see a change. I thank you for raising your hands. Thank you for yourself, for someone you don't know, and for just all humans in general. And think for a moment, if you will. Just think. If I knew I would be accepted exactly as I am, wouldn't I want someone to know what I was going through and how to help? I'm not saying you need to do it today or that you ever need to do it, but if you ever want to, I encourage you to share and talk about mental illness and how it affects your life in whatever way it does. Because I tell you here today, I highly recommend it. Just like I experienced when I shared my story, others will share with you too, and you'll have a sense of connectedness and a feeling that you and they are not alone. And I think that looking at all of you here today, to ride a difficult bike ride, maybe difficult because it was difficult just to show up here today, and maybe difficult because you're riding 100K. I didn't mean that to rhyme, but it did. So. And they're all here to say, we're not alone. Let's talk about it. And that's all we ever really want to know. We're not alone. It's okay to talk about. I commend you for riding and being involved today. I thank you for helping to be that voice to others, because it sincerely does make a difference. You really do save lives, each and every one of you. Because suffering from mental illness can take lives, and today we're talking about how to save them by speaking up and speaking out. We all have a little bit of anxiety, we all have stress and sadness. Remember that the next time you question how you're feeling and what you tell yourself, and the message is that it's not okay. At least one person you now know knows what it's like, and that's me. I will always accept you. I will always understand. Even when the smile on my face isn't there because it's a hard day, Because sometimes it is hard. Sometimes, but not all the time. And not every day. Now those days are very much the minority of my life because I got help. Because I spoke up and I said, I don't know if I'm alone here, but something doesn't feel right. Can you help me? Can someone help me? And someone, many people, did. So now a little participation. I want you to look to the person to your right, and if you're on the end, turn in. And I want you to say something. And so I want you to say to that person, I want you to say, I understand you are never alone. I understand you are never alone. Thank you. I now turn to the person to your left, because we have to remember them too. And I want you to say, I accept you exactly as you are. I accept you exactly as you are. Thank you. I humbly say thank you for sharing your stories and being willing to break the stigma, because it does make the difference to so many, including me. And I thank you, everybody, for coming out today to share your love and acceptance. And I thank you for riding, not hiding. Have a great ride, everybody. Woo.